Hi, Cancerians. This is Carrie Mubarak at wooingnature.life. Hope you're doing well. This is your reading for February 2020. I'm going to jump right in because I'm doing short readings from here on out, about 15 minutes each, give or take. I can never get them exactly on, but give or take 15 minutes. And then if the message resonates with you and you want to take a deeper dive, you can reach out to me and we can schedule a reading for you at a later date. So I am going to be reading from Manzel B's Tarot today. It's a great deck for those of you who are deck friendly and deck happy and deck fanatics like I am. It's a great deck. It's really responsive as well. All right, Cancerians, we've got the Star right out the bat. That's really a great card. The Star is about, this Star is about knowing your position, understanding your true position, and your true position, and your true position as the Star is to be in alignment with the star nations. And the way for us to get in touch with the star nations and connect with the star nations is one, by just being out and observing and, paying attention to what's happening with the movement of the stars physically in the sky. But also you can connect to astrology as well, and also to your lunar cycles. So I would highly recommend you connect to your lunar cycles during the month of February, during the new moon and the full moon. And then if you really feel froggy, you can also follow your waxing gibbous, your waxing and waning moons, and then move in relationship to that, right? Let the moon guide you throughout the month of February. I'm seeing that there's some decisions that you need to make. There's a couple of things that have been on your mind that you probably haven't dealt with yet, but being connected to your star self and to your star player and also to your star nations is going to really help you come to some final conclusions about that and what it is that you may or may not need to do. But I am getting that there is a definitive yes or no on that. We have the Page of Swords, which is a message too, there again, about reconnecting and connecting to the stars. And then connecting to your star power. It's time to just kind of clear out and come clean. It's also time for you to move forward from the past. You've got to start facing your future, okay? And the best way to face your future is to get out of the past. Stay in the present, though. Don't forget about that. There's nothing wrong with hoping and dreaming and wishing, but sometimes the present moment is the best place to launch your future from. It is the best place to launch your future from. We have the King of Pentacles here. This could be a male person in your life, somebody who's very grounded, somebody who's very pragmatic. Could also be an earth sign, somebody who's kind of feels like they're sitting on top of the world. It could be you as well. But ultimately, that King of Pentacles energy it's about being grounded and sure and clear about what it is that you have, okay? What is it that you're sitting on? And it could be information that you're sitting on. It could be money that you're sitting on. It could be your own power that you're sitting on. But the King of Pentacles is alerting you to that. We have the Ace of Wands here. Again, I see an image of a person sitting. I'm seeing the skull here. Again, messages about the past and being able to move on from that. I also see that there's a orb here, an orb of light. Orbs represent a person's dominion. And I see, again, that you're kind of sitting in this place where things that are operating in your past are slightly behind you. I see that in this card, too. That's why I said that, when I look at her face, she's like sort of looking to the back, but not really. And then in this case, he's sitting here. The past is right up under his butt cheeks here. But then he has this orb to look to or to look for. So there's things that you need to be focused on, as far as your future is concerned, but you've got to move away from whatever it is that is still dragging you, okay, I want to say, or that you're still at times contemplating, or, you know, you may find yourself thinking about it a lot. I don't think you're like way far reaching in the past. I don't feel like you're dwelling. It's almost like there's still little remnants there, but then once you get past the remnants, then you'll be okay. And these things take time, particularly if they're associated with grief or some sadness or something like that, or, you know, could be you know, anything. You could be mourning the loss of your innocence. I don't know. It could be that. It could be personal, or it could be a relationship type situation, or it could just be you dwelling on an old view of yourself. It could be any of that. But the main thing is that any attachment, any attachments to things that have already happened in your life are going to, or could prevent you from being able to really tap in to your star energy this month. So we have the devil here, and devil is always about, you know, whatever it is that could be sabotaging you, or how you are sabotaging yourself. Is saying to let this go, whatever this is. Again, it could be these past things that are going on, because if that is happening, then it will definitely sabotage anything that you may be trying to do, or especially if it's something that you're trying to look toward in the future. You know, you can't look in the past and look at the future at the same time. You have to let go of something. You're either going to have to let go of your dream, or you're going to have to let go of what your dream was. Okay, one or the other. And that is the decision. Okay, you're either going to choose the thing that's in front of you, or you are going to continue to choose the thing that's behind you. So you got to ask yourself, what's behind you? You know, what are you still attaching to or hanging on to? What from your past do you find your mind drifting toward, or your conversation drifting toward? Or where are you putting your attention, your money, your time, any of that? If you're putting any kind of energy into something that is dead and gone, looking like this skull here, then I would highly recommend you, you know, try something else. All right, so let's see if we have any other clarification cards here. I got a 9 of Swords here again. You're just trying to get yourself past, get yourself out the past, because it is surrounding you, but you got to put it behind you. I'm getting for you to stay focused on the present. I'm also getting something about money. I don't know. It could be that whatever this is that you're hanging on to could be affecting your money. Sometimes we sabotage our efforts. Sometimes we end up sabotaging our efforts because of where our mind is, you know. The Emperor card here, I love this Emperor card to death. The Emperor card is about order. It's about establishing order, boundaries, order, boundaries. I'm trying to think of what else comes with the Emperor. Rules of engagement. Being able to let people know what it is that you stand for. You knowing what you stand for. That's really all a part of that. And then we have the 8 of Wands here. I'm getting with this stubborn adherence to the past. That's what came through. Stubborn adherence to the past. This is the past. This is you looking to the past. So I think for you, Cancer, this is a time for reestablishing an order for yourself. in February. It's a time to reestablish a new order for yourself. The new order that you are establishing is going to come as a result of you making this decision. The decision that you're trying to make is whether or not to focus fully on what's in front of you, or whether or not what is behind you has such a pull that you want to stay there. Now, what I want to do right now is take the judgment out of this. Like when people say, oh, you should be focused on your future, not on your past, sometimes we have a judgment like focusing on the past is bad. But sometimes if you are focused in this way and you get a chance to see that whatever it is that was from the past, what was good about it, what was positive about it, and you realize that maybe what you're doing right now is not what you want to do, but you were happier then, and you want to get back to the happiness, that's okay. It's about examining it and making that decision. And it's your decision to make. It really is your decision to make. So if you know that whatever experiences you were having or that you had were the ones that you actually wanted to have, and then where you're putting your attention now is, just an excuse not to deal with whatever it is that you are feeling deep within you, it's more important to deal with the deep feelings. It's way more important to deal with the deep feelings, and February would be the time to do that. I highly encourage you to take your time with 2020. I think everybody has been like really excited and talking about this year. Oh, it's going to be a great year, and it's going to be like this, and this is how it's going to be. We don't really know how it's going to be, but what we do know is that it will be what you make it. And what I know is that if you are, my nose is itching, please forgive me. I don't know why that happens. But at any rate, they used to say if your nose itches, it means company is coming. But I don't have any company coming. And then I was thinking, well, maybe it's the spirits coming and they're here. And then that makes your nose itch. But for whatever reasons, and I've seen other readers say the same thing. Like, why does my nose itch when I start doing a reading? I don't know what that is. But anyway, I digress. The point is that you're making that decision, and that is your decision to make. And it really is a matter of you knowing your position and knowing who you are and finding yourself back in that space, in that solid space. Okay? So, like I said, if this resonates with you, Cancer, then by all means, reach out to me. If you need to go deeper, if you want to know more, or if you know that, this is you and you got to get that sorted out, then reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you with that. I also want to let you know, for those of you who are interested in learning tarot and learning yourself, I've got tarot for self-discovery that is happening through an online class. It's just $40. And it's a great class. You'll learn the history of tarot. You'll learn tarot history from all over the world. You'll also learn about the symbolism in each card. And then while you're doing that, you're also going to be using it as a tool for self-discovery. So you can, learn more about yourself. And after you do this, after you can read yourself, then you can read anybody. So check out that class. I've got information about that in the description box. And as always, I hope you have a great February and you have a fabulous life.